Hello, and welcome to another episode of Songdoers. Before we start, I need to warn you, this episode of Songdoers is taboo. Some religions absolutely forbid it. I recommend emailing your religion and making sure they do not restrict its consumption. You're welcome to continue without their authorization, but just be aware you might not get into heaven, and certain religious leaders might give you the side eye. Okay, as long as you're aware of the potential risks, let's carry on. Episode 15, Neal Tate. Neal Tate was a musician with a reputation for professionalism. He answered emails promptly, sent invoices with impressive headers, and never, ever wrote the word sorry. This is because he had read an infographic on the internet that said if you're writing a business email, it's best to never apologize. Even if he made a mistake, apologizing, it said, is not boss-like and causes you to lose your power. And he took that advice to heart. But one day, while emailing a client who had recently lost a parent, he found himself writing the words, "Sorry to hear that." He wasn't sure why he typed it. Maybe he didn't get enough sleep the night before. Maybe the years of never expressing any emotions had caught up with him. Whatever the reason, he sat at his desk staring at the words. And just as mysteriously as he typed them, he clicked send. What have I done? He wondered. How could I be so unprofessional? But just as he was browsing Amazon to purchase a rope with which to hang himself, he received a response from the woman he just emailed. "Thank you," she responded. "I appreciate it." Neal sat up straight in his chair and thought for a moment. "Maybe I shouldn't hang myself," he said aloud. And after only a couple more minutes of deliberation, he closed the Amazon tab. I made someone feel better, he thought, and I did so with unprofessionalism. The next day, he was at a coffee shop, and as he was paying, he accidentally handed the cashier a $5 bill instead of a $10. "You're $2 short," the cashier said. "My apologies," he said, and handed her the correct change. Everyone in the coffee shop froze. Who the fuck was this unprofessional idiot? Didn't he know the correct response was to say, "Thank you for pointing that out"? Patrons in the coffee shop made eye contact and shook their heads. But the cashier was so touched that they gave Neal a free scone! That sealed it. Scone in hand, Neal decided that from that day on, he would endeavor to be more human-like in his interactions. And he quickly garnered quite the reputation. I heard he writes emails that don't use the expression, "thanks for reaching out," peers would say. And Neal's life totally changed. Whereas he used to just experience one emotion, money, now he felt love, joy, doubt, fear, and anger. And all of his new emotions were a touch overwhelming. He didn't know how to process them. And when a client told him they wouldn't be able to pay him, he responded with anger. Word quickly spread about his temper, and he stopped getting work. He hated himself for ever allowing himself to express his emotions, but he was unable to stop. He went to a doctor and asked what the hell was going on. The doctor did a quick brain scan with a cool new app on their phone and realized Neal had a brain tumor. That's what was causing his new emotional state. The doctor offered to remove it with another app, but Neal declined. He decided that even though sometimes it was a problem, he would keep being emotional and use those emotions to become an even better artist, one who feels things. Soon after that, Neal wrote the song, "The Time of Our Love." And shortly after that, he passed away. Not from a brain tumor, but from falling out of an airplane after opening the wrong door when looking for the bathroom. Please enjoy "The Time of Our Love."
When they teach love in university, there will be a slide of you and me. The prof will say, "Look at these kids. If you want to fall in love, just do what they did." The truth of the matter is we didn't do much. We liked each other's smells and we craved each other's touch. The way that we looked set our loins a-ting. single. I loved you more than children love Kris Kringle or Pringles. Relationships like a day. At 6 a.m. we were doing okay. Now it's 1 p.m. and things are alright. What about midnight? We're two people in the big old world in which my soulmate could be any old girl. I'm guessing that for you that's not the case, judging by the look on your face. If everyone's a match, then you can't be a loner. Think of me as like a universal blood donor. You say wait, there's no grandiose why. I say no, you were just nearby. Relationships like a day. At 6 a.m. things were going okay. It's 1:01 and we're in a fight, and not even close to midnight. Don't be hurt, don't cry. I'm just an optimistic guy. I'll love you till my dying breath, or if not you, Beth. Relationships like a day. 6 a.m. things were going okay. 1:02 is the time of death, and the time of my first phone call to Beth. Hey Beth, what's going on? Oh, yep. All right. I'll call. Can I call you? Okay. She don't know. I guess she got caller ID, so she knew.
And that is it for another episode of Song Doers. Before we go, I have exciting news. We are running another contest. The first person who emails me at songdoers@gmail.com and correctly identifies this sound wins an autographed picture of Michael Douglas. Hint, it's a spring. Oh, shit. I just wrecked it. Well, I guess I'm getting an autographed picture of Michael Douglas. Not too shabby. I should wreck more things. Where's my marriage? Just kidding. I wouldn't wreck my marriage. Unless Michael Douglas was calling. Just kidding.